What is going on, party people? It is I, PhenomSage, back at it once again with another edition in Odyssey Week. As of right now, we are just 4 whole days away. It's soon. It is soon. Yep, today's edition is a discussion. I brought along my best friend, PhenomSage. Matthew, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty okay right now.
How is the hype treating you?
It's not treating me well.
Yeah, I would say it's...
I'm losing sleep,
yeah, I would say
it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling the hype, and it's exciting, but like, it's kind of unbearable, to be honest. Like, the weight is killing me.
It hurts. I can't do anything right now.
It really does.
I don't have the motivation to do anything except look up Mario Odyssey, just anything, waiting for Friday.
Yep, me too. That's pretty much me too. Trying to stay clear of spoilers. It's just, this game, man, this game. Anyway, this video is going to be a very just loose, casual discussion about our overall thoughts on this game. This is going to be our last discussion talking about this game before its release. We've done a previous... I think we did a discussion earlier this year, like when we saw that little snippet of gameplay during that Switch reveal.
Yep.
That was like the first video I did when I moved to New York, I remember. And, yeah, I mean, I think that was like a 45-minute discussion.
And we did a discussion during E3.
Oh, yeah, of course, of course. We had to talk about that. But now the game is almost out. Less than a week away. Less than 5 days away. And it's looking great. It's looking great, man. What are you most excited about this game? I mean, like, just going in, like, what is the one thing you're just really looking forward to doing in this game?
I don't know about doing, but like, I'm just excited for this game to have a game in my hands. A game where I can just press that start button, enter the game, and I'm in. I'm just playing this game, I'm collecting moons, I'm visiting these kingdoms, and I'm ready.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the thing. I've mentioned this before. It's just like, it's just a game. Like, it's just that classic game where you just jump right in. There's no huge story at play here. There's no complicated plot twist. It's just, I mean, although there might be a little something going on, I don't know, but you know what I mean. Like, it's a game's game. It's all about the gameplay, and it's all about just exploring this massive world that they've presented us. Let's talk a little bit about the world and just all the kingdoms themselves. I've mentioned in a previous edition in Odyssey Week that New Donk City...
We all know your garbage favorite kingdom.
New Donk City is my favorite, but I don't know if I've ever gotten yours, or you might have told me, but I feel like I've forgotten.
It's because I don't really have a favorite. There's too many good ones.
I mean, believe me, that video wasn't easy to make. It wasn't like, I think, yeah, it's definitely New Donk City. Like, it took me a while to come to that decision.
Yeah. It's hard. There's so many good ones. I think I told you that the Luncheon Kingdom is the one that looks like the coolest to me to explore.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, just...
Or the Cascade Kingdom.
I mean, that polygonal art. The polygons. So sharp. So clean.
It just looks so cool.
It really does. It's definitely the most, like...
That's syrup lava.
Yeah, it's just so exciting and colorful. Like, I really just want to walk around and throw Cappy around. And, like, I love the lava surfing, too. Getting into that little fireball.
Oh, yeah.
Just surfing along the lakes of lava. Those splashing
animations. It reminds me of the Molten world in Super Mario 64.
It definitely looks like that, for sure. I mean, it's obviously dressed up, but it definitely feels that way. And I'm
structurally it reminds me of that.
For sure. Just kind of like how there's all these like islands kind of just along this big just lava lake. It looks insane. I love that place. I love the little fork NPCs. I'm just curious. I feel like there's so much more to this place that we haven't seen yet. Like, I feel like I feel like that's one of the worlds that we've seen the least of. Like that and the Cap Kingdom, probably the Wooded Kingdom too. But like Toast Arena and like, or even Cascade Kingdom, we haven't seen too much of either. We really haven't seen a lot of this game at all. Like, I feel like we have seen a lot, but then again, we really haven't. Like, there's still...
We haven't seen enough.
I mean, I've seen enough where I'm excited for the game. Like, I don't necessarily need to see more. Like, I think Nintendo has shown enough, but I want more, man. Like, ugh.
Yeah, I feel that.
I want more. Speculation. A lot of people are talking about some things that might be in this game. I just uploaded a video earlier today, talking a little bit about that greatness that is Donkey Kong.
What's wrong with you? I thought we were maintaining the illusion that we were uploading on this day.
Okay, I think people can come to the conclusion that these are pre-recorded because yeah. By the way, everybody, these are.
You think we have the time?
You think I have the time to go to work, upload these videos, and while uploading other videos like anime reviews and stuff? Let's not get carried away now. Come on, let's get real.
Yeah,
let's get real. I have some kind of life. But yeah, I did just do the video talking about the overall speculation in this game, and yeah, what do you think? Do you think that Donkey Kong could possibly show up? Do you think that's a possibility?
Not only do I think it's a possibility, I think it's a 100% possibility.
I mean, like, I predicted that it's going to happen. I do believe it, but 100%. That's a lot of faith in your hand there.
Final Kingdom, Bowser is about to be married to Peach, and then Donkey Kong appears.
Pushes Bowser aside, steals Peach away. That's just the first half of the game. Yeah. Now you're entering the second half. You gotta take out Donkey Kong now.
We've heard that there's a clear midpoint of the game where things change.
Yeah, in that Edge Magazine review, and we're definitely going to talk a little bit about that Edge Magazine review for sure, but in there it mentions that there is like a pivotal moment that happens mid in the game where stuff gets a little different, stuff starts changing up. They also mentioned a little something about Peach too, about her not just being a damsel in distress. What do you think that means?
They said, they made sure to add to that, they said, but not in the way you may think. So definitely not playable Peach. I'm really interested to see what that means.
Oh, it's so weird how a lot of people want Peach playable. Like, I mean, that'd be cool.
Oh my Christ.
What?
It just occurred to me.
What?
You capture Peach herself.
Oh, I could totally see that happening.
You capture Peach and you save her.
Yeah, I could totally. And with that amiibo ability of like getting Peach's outfit too, I think that kind of fits into that vein as well. That I could totally see that happening. I think and if Donkey Kong is in this game, we're gonna become Donkey Kong for sure. You do not put Donkey Kong in this game with a capture ability and not be able to capture him. Like, no, he has to be capturable. But yeah, if Peach is playable in that way, that'd be pretty hype. I'm not gonna lie, that would be pretty exciting. I would really love to see that. The Edge review. What I mean, it's a 10 out of 10. This game's great. That's already known. The embargo doesn't lift for a little while.
Not according to Famitsu, though.
Famitsu, it's almost perfect, near flawless.
But a 98, please get that shit out of here. That's garbage.
But the Edge Magazine review was a 10 out of 10. We read that review together.
Yep.
We literally read it together.
Yeah, we did. The hype was real.
It was real. What stood out from that review that, like, what's something that just really kind of, what do you take out of that review? Aside from, of course, a 10 out of 10, the game's great, but, like, what's something from that review that really excites you for playing this game?
I can't remember all of the specific lines, but there were a few that stood out to me. The ones about Peach not being a damsel in distress. There was a line about how there's a capturable enemy later in the game that's going to become a speedrunner's favorite. I wonder what that could potentially mean.
Yeah. The final boss. Mentioning that the final boss was, like, incredible.
Yeah, mentioning that the final boss was the best final boss, or boss in general, in the entire series.
Which is, that's saying something, because there's some good bosses in the Mario series, for sure.
The fact that there's a shot at the end of the game, or late game, that changes Mario lore forever.
Yeah, that's the big one there. That's the big
What's
one.
What's going
on? I mean, in my prediction video, I obviously mentioned that I think Peach and Mario are going to get married. But do you think that's happening? Or do you think this is possibly suggesting something else?
I think it could happen, but I don't think that's what well, no, I think that is what it could be referring to, but I don't think it's 100% just yet. I think it could be referring to a few other things.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's such a vague thing it's such an exciting thing to hear, but it's so vague. Like, what could that mean? I mean,
I know what it means.
What?
This is gonna blow your mind.
Oh my! I don't know if you're joking or if this is actually a serious thing.
I'm Bowser will die.
Yo!
He will die, and Donkey Kong will replace him as Mario's new rival.
Oh my god! Actually,
And Bowser will not ever appear in a game again.
That seems a little crazy. That seems a little crazy. I think something along those lines could be a possibility.
I don't think Bowser's gonna disappear, but I could see Donkey Kong becoming Mario's new main rival again.
I would love that. I would really love that. I feel like Donkey Kong's a more
But then you wouldn't be able to
physically.
capitalize on the Donkey Kong game, so maybe not.
True. I think Donkey Kong kind of just having a cameo in the game would serve enough.
No, I think Donkey Kong will be the villain in this game.
Really?
Yep.
In my head, he was just a boss fight, and then eventually he joins you and helps you.
Nope, he's gonna be a main villain.
It would definitely play along with the theme of New Donk City and Pauline being there and everything. It would definitely play along.
Pauline will be kidnapped.
Oh, really? You think?
Yep.
Oh, I mean, yeah. That seems like something else that would definitely happen. What if you remember that?
There's a reason why New Donk exists. They're setting it up. They're setting it up so Pauline's mayor, Donkey Kong kidnaps her, and then Mario has to rescue her.
What if that? Remember that 2D scene in that direct trailer where it's like classic Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong will be up there.
Like that's real Donkey Kong right there.
Yep.
Like he's also in the 2D plane. He just jumped in there with you.
Throwing those barrels.
Yeah, for real. That can't just be like a monotonous CPU that just does that. There's something there. Donkey Kong's in this game. I keep coming back to that. I feel like Donkey Kong is going to be the star of this game. Like you beat the game and then like the main thing you get out of it is like, oh my god, Donkey Kong was great in that game. I feel like that's just going to be the one thing you get out of this game that you'll remember for years to come. It's just like, oh yeah, remember Mario Odyssey? Whew, Donkey Kong, man, that was good.
A Donkey Kong greatness.
The Donkey Kong greatness. Now I know you've had this game has been a little bit of it's been a little questionable for you in the beginning, at least when first talking about this game.
Yeah, don't try to paint it out like I'm not.
No. Matthew
excited.
here, PhenomSage loves Mario Odyssey. He's probably just as hyped, if not more hyped. That's not getting carried away. He's not more hyped, but he's very excited for this game.
Equal hyped as you, I would say.
I mean, who's the one doing 7 videos in a row hyping the game up? Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Anyway, you've had a few criticisms. Let's just say that. Let's talk about some of the criticisms.
A lot of these have been
alleviated.
debunked.
Yeah, a lot of them have already been alleviated. But like going in now, I feel like the one thing that like it's in a lot of people's head, it's like not necessarily a criticism, but more kind of like a worry is like the whole moons and like how the level is structured and how easy some of them are to get.
My worry at first was that these moons look insanely easy to get and that it would kind of just become a mindless chore of just getting just some random moons to move on to the next one. There wouldn't be any kind of engagement into the gameplay and getting moons. But from what I've seen, even the easy ones, it feels like we talked about this in the Breath of the Wild review where we said that like a lot of the puzzles in that game weren't really that hard, but like when you did them, something just clicked and it felt right. And that's how I would describe the moons in this game. Like,
I mean, yeah, that excites me. If it's anything like that, that excites me because I think some of the shrines in Zelda were really easy, but they were very intuitive.
They're not difficult.
Like the way you solved them was like, oh, oh, cool. Like that was a cool way to figure this out.
That's the point. It's not difficult, but it feels good to do it.
Yeah, that's exciting. Like if they can give me like cool ways to obtain these moons. Like I have seen some moons where it's literally just like break a box, there's a moon in there.
Yeah.
So that's a little like okay. But
I think that's only natural to eventually come to a point where some are like that, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with some just being like, oh, okay, you broke this box and you get this.
I'm okay with that because there's like 50 moons in some of the over 50 moons in some of these
My
kingdoms.
only question is how many do you need to progress?
Yeah, that I'm also curious about. Like, can you just only collect the easy moons to get like the ones that are just like in
that would be
in
lame.
the boxes,
I don't want
or
that.
the ones that are just like on rooftops, and then that's how
I think if they are some of these are that easy to get, you should be requiring at least a few of the harder ones, so make it like 25 moons to progress or something.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. Like, I mean, I haven't seen too many that look that easy to get. Like, I've
seen quite a few.
I mean, like, you remember what Koizumi said? He said some of these are really hard to get. He said that
I know.
They're really hidden. Some of them are buried in there. I mean, to us Mario fans, like, of course, I know that challenge is going to be there. But does that challenge need to be forced on you, or is it just like an only optional thing? I think I think this game's going to find a good middle ground. I think it'll find a good middle ground where there will be those easy ones to get.
I was reading a preview from somebody who played a demo at the event or whatever.
Yeah.
That was a few weeks back, and they said
the tour or whatever.
They mentioned that while it may appear easy on the surface, some of these like caverns and like the bonus trial areas are actually quite difficult. So maybe that's where the middle ground will come in.
Yeah, even during Nintendo World Championship or whatever, the final round was like a speed run through some of the Mario bonus levels, not bonus levels, but like some of the more platformy kind of like cavern levels or whatever in Toast Arena. Mm-hmm. And they look kind of hard. There was some on ice and stuff that looked pretty difficult. Like, I feel like, I mean, they were speeding through it, so obviously it was kind of hard to calculate their jumps and stuff like that. But it looked pretty difficult. And the strategy behind getting the moons too, how you'd have to like capture a Goomba, and the Goombas don't slide on the ice, so you could like easily walk across and stuff like that. Like that's what you were just talking about, like finding cool ways to get these moons. It might not be super difficult, but it's rewarding in the end because of like how you got them. And I don't know. I like that aspect a lot. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Cappy's in this game. This game's all about hats. There's hats in this game. You can throw your hat. What do you think about? That was weird. What do you think about like the mechanics of this game? I mean, just the overall jumping.
I love
Cappy being able to triple jump.
I've been watching so much gameplay, and like Cappy just, I don't know how Nintendo does it, but whenever they introduce like a new mechanic in any franchise, it just feels like it belongs, like it was always there.
For real, when I see Cappy, I'm like, how did we ever play a Mario game without Cappy?
Yeah, exactly. It just feels so natural, and it looks so awesome.
It really does, and it's already iconic. I have my Cappy hat on right now. It's hype.
Yeah.
I feel like they've really capitalized on just the brand of Cappy. I feel like that merchandise is definitely going to be popping off the shelves for sure. But again, like, I mean, I love just the overall, like, just the platforming aspect of this. Maybe not the platforming specific, but like just the jumping in this game and how beautiful it seems. Like bouncing off walls and being able to do the triple jump, being able to throw Cappy and bouncing off that, like creating your own platforms. I think that really just adds to that. I mean, that could possibly add to the difficulty of some of the challenges on getting the moons, and it also just adds to the variety. I think the variety in the platforming and things you have to do, like having to jump. I think that's something that the Edge review actually said was like, you don't always have to capture things, but sometimes capturing them like can make you solve a puzzle or solve a task in a different way that you wouldn't normally think of. Like, oh, I could capture this instead and do this and solve it a different way than just being regular Mario and jumping up there instead. Like, I think that's also kind of cool, giving that sort of that freedom to the player. I think that's really exciting. And,
you want to know something that just occurred to me?
What's up?
This game comes out Friday.
I know. Or Thursday for me.
This game comes out Friday.
I know. it's
I'm so pumped.
Yeah, I know.
I need it.
Like, it's a few days away, man.
I need it.
It's oh my goodness.
It's hard waiting.
It really is. I think I mean, you've said this, that you think this is going to be a 99 on Metacritic.
99.
That would mean that this is probably the best game of all time. If it does have a 99. Best reviewed game of all time.
Best reviewed game of all time.
Do you, as of right now, do you still think that's a possibility? After all that we've seen, after all the gameplay, all the trailers?
I do. I do think it's a possibility.
You think this game is getting? You think it's actually happening? This is your prediction. You think? It's
my prediction?
Yeah, being realistic in your head. What do you think is going to happen?
All right, so I have to give my safe prediction.
I guess whatever you think is what do you think Mario Odyssey is going to get? We're gonna find out soon too. This is literally Thursday, man.
My low end prediction, like this is the lowest I can see it being, is a 96.
I'm predicting. I think I said a 98 originally. I think my lowest is probably 96 too. But my safe, like the prediction I actually think this game is going to get is a 98. I actually believe this will be a 98 on Metacritic.
That would be Breath of the Wild tier, and assuming it doesn't go down, that would be higher than Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying 99.
That would be pretty radical.
That
would be pretty
insane.
It would be absolutely insane.
You know, we're gonna call that Friday or Thursday. I mean,
Yeah.
We're gonna call that Thursday. We're gonna refresh that Metacritic page at the same time.
We're gonna see. I remember we were talking about that, like 1, 2, 3, refresh, and just read through all the crazy reviews and stuff.
Reaction time, boys.
I'm really excited for that day, man. And I mean, I'm gonna be playing that game later that night, so.
Shut up! Stop it!
For all the viewers out there, Matthew ordered his on Amazon. He's not getting his till Friday, probably Friday afternoon. So
yeah,
he's struggling now. He's struggling. I'm picking this game up, Nintendo New York, at midnight, launch party, meeting C&D. It's gonna be hype. But yeah, I mean, any last things you want to mention about this game before we end this discussion here? I mean, we've already talked about so much. I feel like just going through this little quick discussion.
It looks perfection.
Yeah, I mean, it really does. I just wanted to hit all the points. Like, let's talk about the Edge review. Let's talk about some of the mystery behind the game. The moon. That's something that we didn't really mention. I feel like, I mean, the moon. What do you think? I guess I'll ask you. What do you think the moon is in this game? In your head, what do you think the moon is? In my head, it's a realistic space. Like, it's a realistic moon. Mario's in a spacesuit, like jumping kind of in slow motion, like zero gravity, and there's like dust kind of coming off his shoes.
They've been doing that. I could see them going that route because like in all the kingdoms, it's not like they go for something radically different than what that kingdom is. Like you don't crazy combinations. But what I want is I want something to the moon. I want like a sci-fi kind of location for the moon.
That Cyber City greatness.
Yeah, that's Cyber City greatness. Or if they do want to go that route, at least give me some moon cavern greatness.
Oh yeah, you gotta have some moon caves. You gotta have some alien Goombas.
Yeah.
That's
gonna be high.
I hope they just put like a classic kind of spin on the moon, kind of like a 1960s kind of like, you know what I mean, like an Americana kind of view on the moon, kind of like a postcard on the moon, kind of like something cool like that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like a classic kind of moon aspect.
I just think that now that we have the desert, I don't think we need another wide open space.
True. That's definitely a good that's a good call there. I feel that too. I don't know. I could also see this being like the moon, not just being the moon, but just straight up being like a galaxy type level. Where it's straight up like Mario Galaxy 2, where there's just like that kind of platforming and stuff. Which would also, I would be totally okay with that. That would not bother me at all for sure.
I could see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Mario Odyssey.
That's it.
All about the hats. It's coming soon.
All about that hat greatness.
All about the hat greatness.
Expect review.
From us or from you specifically?
I thought you were doing a review.
I mean, like, I'm definitely going to talk about the game. I don't know. We'll definitely have a huge discussion probably a couple weeks after release.
Yeah.
Talking about everything in the game. Spoiler filled. Talking about that Donkey Kong greatness.
Ooh.
It's going to be exciting. So definitely look forward to that from us. We'll definitely do. I feel like this game, like by the end of this game, you're going to be like thinking, why didn't they just call the game Donkey Kong Odyssey? Like, I feel like it's going to go that far. Like, you're going to that's how great Donkey Kong is going to be in the game. But yeah, this game's extremely hyped. We're both really looking forward to it. We will make a discussion when the game's out. We'll talk way more in depth and mention all kinds of other stuff.
Yeah.
We're 4 days away. It's exciting. I feel like we've already said this like 100 times, but I just can't stress it enough. This is the most I've ever looked forward to a game. I'm not even joking, ever. I have never looked forward to a game this much. I have never lost this much sleep because of a game.
Yeah, it's up there with Breath of the Wild for me, like in terms of anticipation. Sure. And like even now, like Breath of the Wild, I can't remember. I feel like I was it's about on par with Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I mean, you're a much bigger Zelda fan than me. Like I've liked Mario way more than Zelda, so it's like,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm really feeling it. I'm really feeling it. It's getting I can't take it anymore, man. We need to end this video because Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you for joining us for this this discussion here. It is really late. You'll have to forgive us for like sounding kind of tired. We're recording this at, what time is it? Is that 4:40? It is 4:40 a.m. right now. It's pretty late. Yeah, it's pretty late. But you'll probably be watching this in like the afternoon, so that's why it'll probably sound really weird. But anyway, again, thank you for watching. Matthew, thank you very much for joining me. Again,
oh, you're welcome.
Look forward to that big discussion happening. That super discussion we'll be having.
Mega!
Ultra discussion we will be having in a few weeks talking about this game. And make sure to stay glued to this channel for more Odyssey Week greatness. We still have a few more videos left. The game is soon. Get ready. Thank you very much for watching once again, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.